Saturday.
Being 7 o'clock, I ask you to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Would you call the roll, please?
Mrs. Sullivan?
Here.
Mr. Wojcinski? Here. Mrs. Vanderwater? Here. Ms. Lesniak? Here. Mr. Tupper?
Here.
Mr. Dudzinski?
Here.
Ms. Saban?
Here. Can I get a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the September 21st meeting?
Make the motion.
Second.
Any questions, comments?
No objections.
No objections? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Citizens' comments. Lynn, has anybody signed in?
No.
Okay. First item is to accept the resignation of Casey Palmer, effective on Friday, the 22nd, or October 7th, 2022. Can I get a motion?
I'll second it.
Any comments? Just want to wish Casey good luck in his new endeavor over in Salve, and thank him for the work he's done here for the town. So, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next on the agenda is to consider the annual MS4 coalition agreement. Jason, could you speak to that, please?
Sure, it's an agreement we enter into every year at the same price or cost since 2001, I think, when we first started joining. What the coalition does is they do our education and outreach. They provide training to the towns on the stormwater programs, and it's money well spent. So it's something that we're required to do. If we weren't part of the coalition, we have to do it on our own. Newspaper ads, education for those places. It's just beyond the scope of what we do now, so it's coalition. It's a good bargain, in my opinion. I'm still on the executive committee, so I'm a little biased, but
And you have some clout on getting things done there.
I won't say that. I know people.
You know people. Okay. All right, can
I'll make a
I,
motion to approve the agreement.
I'll second.
any other comment? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Good court function on this.
Okay, next is consider approval of the CNY SPCA contract for the term of January 6, 2023 through December 31st of 2025.
I make a motion to approve that.
I'll second.
Any other comments?
No, I think it's nice that it's a 3-year agreement so that we can plan for it in the budget.
Yep,
And it will be saving us actually a considerable amount of money too.
considerable, and hopefully a little bit,
Much better coverage too.
a little more, or at least a little quicker coverage even, so,
Yeah, I will say that we've had good service from Camillus,
yes,
and I appreciate their cooperation.
absolutely, absolutely. And I did talk to the supervisor to let him know what was going on, so. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is to approve a resolution to end the agreement with the town of Camillus to provide dog control services effective 1/6/23.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Just to clarify the date, we have to give them a 90-day notification from the date that the board approves the resolution. So that's why it's out, today being the 5th, out to January 6th.
Got it.
So do we have a 5-day overlap between both?
Yes, but we won't be paying double.
Right.
Yep. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Your
Motion carried. Okay. Next is to approve the intermunicipal agreement with the town of Salina to provide code officer enforcement until we get our new code officer hired.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Which agreement will be revised to reflect each change?
Correct.
12/31/23.
12/31/23.
Thank you.
Okay. We have been working with Salina. We had an agreement with them back in August for coverage. That had a 3-week time frame. This is going to extend out. And we still have the intermunicipal agreement for code officers with the village and with Lysander as well. So this just gives us extra coverage during this period of time. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, there are a couple that are penciled in. The next is to accept the resignation of Jan Baker as the codes clerk effective October 11th, 2022. Can I get a motion to that?
I'll move.
I'll second.
Okay. Again, I'd like to thank Jan for her work for the last 3 years and wish her well in her new endeavor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is an appointment of Marie Giannone on a temporary basis to fill in as the codes clerk effective this Friday, 10/7. It would be at a rate of $23.49, which is the codes clerk hourly rate, with a maximum of 5 hours a day and 25 hours per week. Can I get a motion to that?
I'll make that.
Second.
Any questions? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay.
Thank you, Marie.
Yes, yeah, she was very gracious and happy to return, so, okay. So the office will be open minimum 4 hours a day, 4 to 5 hours a day, Monday through Friday, so it'll be able to keep things going. And she's very well aware of the Traybrook development and other developments and the regular reports as well, so.
Mary Frances, can you make sure that we update the webpage for the hours and just maybe put something on there that maybe people should call first, just to make sure it's open, unless you know what her hours are gonna be, if they're gonna be consistent every day?
They're supposed to be 9 to 1 or
Okay.
9 to 1:30,
And
but
we-
no, that's an excellent
By
idea.
appointment, yeah, too, that would be a good option,
Yeah, and by appointment. I just don't want, I wanna make sure everyone understands that those hours are limited in the office for right now.
Okay. Okay. Lynn, I'll get with you tomorrow to change the webpage, please. Okay. All right. Councilor committee reports. Wendy, you want to start tonight?
I would like to point out that I started first at the last meeting, but I'll go again.
Okay.
I have my Canton Woods Board of Directors meeting in the morning. I've already set my alarm clock. I will not sleep through it this time.
Certainly not.
I guess that's it. I thought I had something else, but, no, I talked about the budget books. That's it.
Okay. Darcy?
Earlier this year, we put in an application for the town to, a consolidated funding application for New York State, specifically for our comprehensive plan. So, had the Office of Economic Development look into it for me last week. It's the Smart Growth, I'm going to find it, Smart Growth Comprehensive Planning Grant. Good news, we're in the queue, which means it's being reviewed. So in the queue is a step in the right direction. We should know, I think it was, I was going to say end of September, and we didn't know. So I'll say end of October, early November is when they kind of make awards, and then we'll find out officially for next year. So stay tuned. Apply for a $100,000 grant, which actually will end up being $90,000 because we have to do a $10,000 match.
Okay. Ron?
No, nothing.
Howard?
I have nothing.
Jenny?
I have a recommendation. Can we add the Beeville Little League to our website? So for quick reference, like we have the youth soccer, since we're,
Like a link to them?
yeah, just their link.
Yeah, Lynn? I don't know if it needs to be on the main page or should it be on the parks page, recreation page?
I think it's on the documents and quick links or quick reference where the youth soccer is. Maybe we could just add it there.
Okay.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Mike? Doug?
Got a couple of calls from residents already about delineators for marking sides of roads. We have several hundred of them all set up, ready to go. However, we do not normally put them up before Halloween. Usually till Halloween's over, just so that kids don't run into them, so on and so forth, or they become jousting objects or whatever they may have. Yes, but anyways, we are prepared to put them up and we're ready to go, but we generally don't start that till after Halloween, just so everybody knows. That's it.
Okay. I have no comments. Jason?
I have one comment. The board previously authorized me to go out to bid for the Connors Road culvert replacement. Those plans are done, DEC's signed off on it, so we're ready to do that. And I'd like to, the bid opening date's gonna be November 11th, which is election day here at Town Hall at 10 a.m. And if everything goes good, we'll expect to award on the November 16th board meeting.
Okay. And then that work would actually be done next year, spring or whenever?
Right, it's gonna be replaced with box culverts, so there's a fairly significant lead time on those.
Okay.
Spring and summer construction next year.
Okay. All right. Nadine?
I know the update was provided during the work session. Did you want it repeated for the board meeting as well for Berlux or no?
Yes, we have, regarding the trade work development, the agreement between Berlux and National Grid for the easements has been signed. Nadine received it today. She's already contacted the attorneys for Berlux to get, remind them the paperwork we need for phase 1A and 2, so that we can look at dedication for the roads.
So the good news for those in the audience is essentially that, at least for phase 1, because phase 2 is still, is obviously a little bit behind phase 1, but there should not be any issues with road dedication before snow flies, which was a concern for the residents. So that's the highlight.
That's assuming snow doesn't fly before the next meeting.
Thank you.
Okay. Lynn, anything for you? Okay. Then I would like to get a motion to adjourn to the next, motion to adjourn the regular meeting to go into executive session. And there won't be any action taken, so.
Make a motion to go into executive session.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so we would ask you all in the audience to please take your leave and